State of New California. Notice to all Californians. Grievance 33. New California is a new state in development exercising its constitutional right to form from the state of California. The process to form New California is authorized and codified in Article 4, Section 3 and 4 of the United States Constitution. Article 4, Section 3 of the United States Constitution states, "New states may be admitted by the Congress into this Union, but no new states shall be formed or erected within the jurisdiction of any other state, nor any state be formed by the junction of two or more states or parts of states, without the consent of the legislatures of the states concerned, as well as of the Congress." Statement of intent. The citizens of New California have decided to remedy the abuse of power by the government of California by exercising their right to form a new state provided in the United States Constitution, Article 4, Section 3, and Section 4. We are determined to live under a state government in the United States of America and under the Constitution of the United States. New California Declaration of Independence of January 15, 2018 states, "Whenever any form of government becomes destructive, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it and to institute new government. When a long train of abuses and acts to seize and hold the people's power without legal authority and pursuing invariably the same object, they clearly demonstrates a design to reduce them under absolute despotism, it is their right, it is their duty to throw off such government and to provide new guards for their future security." So it is the history of the past and present governor and government of California who have a history of repeated injuries and usurpations, all having in direct object the establishment of a tyranny over the counties of New California and the state of California. Whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to seek a constitutional remedy to the abuse of powers. Preamble of the New California State Constitution states, "We, the representatives of the undersigned counties within the state of California, do acknowledge and humbly invoke the favor of Almighty God for continued civil and religious liberty to ourselves and our posterity, seek a republican form of government, protection against foreign invasion and domestic violence guaranteed by Article 4, Section 4 of the United States Constitution, and all privileges and immunities of citizens in the several states guaranteed by Article 4, Section 2 of the United States Constitution, ordain and establish New California as a fully vested state of the Union of States in the United States of America." First Amendment of the United States Constitution states, "Congress shall make no law respecting the establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press or the right of the people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for redress of grievances." Therefore, the counties of New California bring forward 40 grievances against the government of California to be announced in public on Tuesday at 11 a.m. each week for 40 weeks. State of New California, Grievance 33. Grievance of Statement of Facts. The people of California are suffering from a tyrannical communist state government which fails to provide a republican form of governance, enables and supports across its southern border the invasion of the United States of America by illegal foreign nationals, and protects vicious criminals who commit outrageous acts of violence upon the citizens of America, all caused by a government of and for a monoparty system led by a tyrannical dictator. Declaration of Grievance. United States Constitution, Article 4, Section 4 states, in part, "The United States shall guarantee to every state in this Union a republican form of government and shall protect each of them against invasion and on application of the legislature or of the executive when the legislature cannot be convened against domestic violence." Failure of the government of California to provide a republican form of government. The Communist California Monoparty bicameral legislature just closed session following an 11-month reign of legislative terror upon the United States citizens living in California, passing some of the most oppressive and egregious laws in California history. The monoparty communists in the legislature colluded with a communist governor who is more than happy to sign law after law he knows will further oppress the United States citizens living in California. In 1964, the United States Supreme Court decided to eliminate representation of the rural communities in their decision of Reynolds versus Sims. In 1966, the citizens of California passed Proposition 1A, which allowed the California legislature to become a full-time legislature. In 1986, the LA Times wrote, In 1966, Prop 1A was the constitutional amendment that began the upgrading of the California legislature into a full-time professional body. The notion was sold by then Assembly Speaker Jess Unruh and others by removing restrictions on meeting times and dramatically increasing legislative salaries. At the same time, Unruh was moving to establish a professional legislative staff. The legislature would become more independent of special interests and gubernatorial control. Legislators would have more time and expertise to evaluate bills and develop their own policy initiatives. Voters bought that argument, but by establishing a full-time professional legislature, California voters got something else in the bargain. The full-time professional lawmaker has become a full-time professional politician. Policymaking and enlightened legislation, the goals of Prop 1A and subsequent reforms, have become subordinate to simply staying in office. 52 years later, the effects of Prop 1A have blended with the 54-year-old Reynolds v. Sim decisions to create a lethal combination that has destroyed the civil liberties and freedoms of all citizens of the United States living in California. The rogue communist government of California has replaced the system inherited by the natural-born and naturalized United States citizens of this state of checks and balances, and replaced it with a usurpious and revolutionary government by decree. The citizens in rural California have no representative power to avail themselves of the checks and balances designed to protect them and their posterity. Today, California stands on the brink of anarchy by a deliberate design to destroy the Union of States, sovereignty of the United States of America, and unconstitutional rights of natural-born and naturalized United States citizens. Utilizing Marxist, Leninist, and Maoist revolutionary tactics, the Communist California governor, mono-party system, and local government officials support and celebrate these tactics as a means to introduce and subvert all aspects of California government and civil society in an attempt to destroy the state of California and break down the sovereignty of the Union of the United States of America. Acts of secession. Therefore, the California Communist government, in conjunction with the Communist State Executive, instituted wherever the current Communist governor has usurped power, has created a reign of terror on United States citizens living in California with the intent to secede from the United States of America, and thus destroy the very union of states which gives us our liberty and freedom. Abdication of authority. Betrayal by the sitting communist governor of California, the mono-party legislature, and local elected officials is evidence of abdication of the responsibilities of authority and sovereignty over the state and citizens of the United States living in California. This concludes these proceedings. For more information and to donate, please visit us at www.newcaliforniaoc.org.